Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Once again, that last time we were in China. And in fact, thanks China and not much of the kind of to be associated of fun though. And hopefully it was over with beforehand. And we get to say goodbye to Owen and of course Justin, which we had to say goodbye to them, and they were both out and got schooled by Josh, which means, looks like, of course, that Owen and Justin were eliminated by Josh. So, ouch. And wonder that they're going to be all right after the big land or something like that. And to I'll have to say is that Chef may still be lucky, but until the next episode is where he better be careful. That will happen to him. And Chef will get a break of right now of this episode, but the next one, he's gonna get another one for pretty much likely teaming up with a pretty much not looking good, pretty much to side on with Langley again. Right into Chinatown. But anyway, so let's continue what I was saying back there. So anyway, don't think that you're going to be getting something that will get you, man. Oh God, Chris, I'll do better and fine. If you can do something to me, then I'll get it on the next one later. But let's just focus on this episode of right now. Yep, that's right. We will still do that, Chef. That's fair with you, so that's fair with you, then, Chef. So, anyways, this time we are going to do something fun, as we are about to head to another place that will have the kind of fun that's on to it. As in, for right now, of more likely, who's going to be in the final 10? And find out who certainly will be in the final 10 before the final 11 is going to drop one next member to become the next final 10. So, anyways, here and right now on Total Drama World Tour Simulator. Enjoy this next one here and now on this episode of Part 21. Let the episode begin. Anywho, looks like meanwhile with Alejandro and Trent in first class. So anyways, looks like Alejandro and Trent were having a conversation while pretty much being inside first class. And as in for Trent, well, guess for him on the other hand, guess that he's gonna have a conversation with Alejandro. Well, pretty much Alejandro didn't have a choice to have Trent on first class with him, so yeah, guess they're gonna probably argue for this time for a moment. But again, it was pretty stupid, but Alejandro didn't have a choice, so he didn't have a choice anyways. And oof, looks like Alejandro and Trent are arguing like crazy. Well, they were just in first class. And oh man, Trent was insulting Alejandro right there. Pretty much to roast him right there. And oh man, that is whack. It looks like Alejandro, on the other hand, was pretty much likely not to have Trent be more likely stupidly to be stupid himself, but Alejandro was letting him know that exactly, while pretty much that they were still in alliance. And oof, looks like Trent was calling Alejandro out of here by saying that he'll be done, but not close yet. We'll just see where else is going to happen soon enough. But anyways, looks like that was crazy. Meanwhile, with Sadie, Courtney, and Katie and Sierra in the Chris McClane movie theater set while they were pretty much in there. And as in for Courtney, she said that challenge in China is hard, which Sierra, on the other hand, had pretty much a point. while Courtney was the only one being lucky for fourth place, and of course Sierra was trying to tie up against Alejandro to pass him. But yeah, I guess Courtney and pretty much likely Courtney and Sierra were having a conversation pretty much likely in first class. That's what they were talking about. But anyway, meanwhile, with Gothlistic Girl and Blanley and Sally and Duncan and then Josh are in the back of the plane. And meanwhile, with that anyway, God, that challenge sucked. And did got used to most of the challenges from this. And then as if from Gothlistic Girl was commenting him about the food. Same here. And could at least agree with you. And then, ooh, Josh was like making an insult while coming right towards to Duncan. And, ooh, yeah, he just insulted him for letting Alejandro try to win without Josh being completely kicked out. The next point is for you next time is that, bruh, I beat your sorry old ass when I was in 8th place. And where did you end up? Ended up. Was in 9th place, man. And looked at and who asked you to speak? Oof. Duncan insulted him right there on Josh, which is another insult right there. Exactly. Don't you even dare, Josh, you to have her gone. And in fact, keep saying that, and I'll have more people to pick you out. So sit down before you'll see way worse than having a painful paper cut. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yeah, that's what I thought. And then Josh was thinking in his head, well, pretty much likely saving the compliment less likely later, but won't probably use the advantage. And so far, as for Sally, looks like Sally and Gothlistic Girl were definitely just talking to each other. And then Gothlistic Girl was warning Sally that Josh was a bigger threat, and pretty much as Alejandro as next to be as well. And it looks like Sally and Gothlistic Girl were gonna have that conversation. And also Sally had no other choice but to have Sierra voted. And then Gothlistic Girl explained it why with that. Because as in for Sally, she explained what she said exactly, that they were on the same teams, but of course that Sierra was still obsessed with Cody and a few different examples to pretty much know why Sally wanted her eliminated, but guess that's going to be impossible. Meanwhile, while Duncan was thinking in his head, this is going to be a tough one to vote out. Who? And I'll see who would be a threat later on. And I guess I would have to pick is Sierra. And oh dang, looks like a few different examples were coming from Gothlistic Girl and Duncan were deciding to have Sierra eliminated. But let's see what happens next. Meanwhile, with the location being picked by Chris, or should I say myself, and Chef. Alright. Alright, everyone. To the next challenge. Yep, that's right. We are going to be doing this very challenge that is called Rome, Italy. Since this challenge is likely to be about fun, then you can ever enjoy. So, Chef, would you want to explain it? Yep, for once I'll do it. Then, so bask in the sun at a beach near Rome, Italy, and this will be an easy one. Is that all you got to do is run all the way to the end of the finish line, to the last and to the finish line, and to the last place is called Movie Magic at the Cinder Terrastic Studios. Whoever wins this one challenge will get to have and enjoy the Italian movie and have some food there too. As in for this time, let's just say it's going to be very special time. It'd be a very special time, and yes, likewise, that two people, or should I say, one person, will be out for this one. pardon me again. So I said was meant to say was one person will be out this time. So, anyways, here we go on a race all the way to the movie Magic Cinderella or whatever studios wins. So go. While everyone was running all the way to find the way to pretty much likely to the name was called Movie Magic. All right. So, anyways, chef, let's get in a car while everybody else is on the run. Okay, you got it. Let's move. All right, chef. All righty then. So, anyways, like that to being said, that I am Chris McLean, and hopefully you guys are gonna see what happens next to the next part, of course. That remains to still continue on of Total Drama World Tour Simulator. And as in for a fact, who do you guys think who's going to be eliminated for this one? From which side of the which side of the teams are left? Find out for much more answers and more. Like I said, again, find out until next time, until we get to the pretty much like with the half of the challenge. So, anyways, Chris McLean speaking, and like always, we're gonna get straight back to the break after we see a few messages.